Oh, we're back. Welcome to a Bluebird's Cove or Bluebird's Bay. Good to have you guys all back today. That was not unintentionally rhyming. I'm starting off throwing myself off, but welcome everybody. We're going to be building ourselves today a brand new part of our little bit of a monster of a build. It's builds built into builds, and if you guys aren't too familiar with it, I'd recommend checking it out. But either way, we're going to have a good time, and we're going to be building something strange. That's the plan. Now, I've got a whole bunch of stuff on me as well, so let's just get into it. Now, how you guys all doing? Good to see you. And by the way, good to see the response on the last video, which if you guys are unfamiliar with, I asked a question about what we should be doing in the Forest of Spiritwood. And I was quite excited with the responses. Do I have any crafting? Yeah, I do. Cool. Good. Save a crafting table. I save so much planks by just actually reusing crafting tables if I remember to do it, which is like never. But what we are doing is we're going to be building ourselves a thing that's going to be where the spirit comes from in Spiritwood. Like the idea of why the town is called Spiritwood. And one of the suggestions was an academy for the town. Actually, what am I doing there? Yeah, that'll be all right. That'll be all right. But before I get into that, by the way, this is going to be a neat little piece here, and we're basically building module by module by module. So it's the tower, then it's the boat, then the tree kind of just came unplanned, and then now we're building a big house on the back. So that's what we're up to today. And back to what I was saying. So basically, I suggested we could either do maybe by the way, we're going to go around there. Yeah, we'll just go with these. Maybe we could do, for instance, a big crystal out the ground that's going to be where the power of or the spirit is coming from Spiritwood. Not the power, maybe power. Who knows, magical powers. But I was thinking like the spirit term for Spiritwood. Then the other one was maybe we could go, for instance, build like a wizard academy, and that could be the place, which I thought was also a pretty cool thing. Nothing huge, not small though, but a substantial size. And then there was another suggestion, which was a big tree. And then I asked you guys in the comments to leave your response. Do you want a wizard tower? Well, not a wizard tower. Not a wizard tower. Do you want like a wizard academy? Do you want to have a tree, or do you want a crystal? Man, it's actually much harder to think about it when I'm actually trying to think about it. And my thought with that was, I thought the crystal was going to win just by me suggesting it. I thought that would be the one. But what ended up winning was, I don't know. Because there was, how about you make a tree with a crystal in it? How about you build a wizard's academy in a tree? How about you do all this stuff combined? And that made me think, well, how about we just do everything? So we're going to have a crystal and a tree in a wizard's area, a wizard's academy, all together. And I think that could be really cool. So we could build a tree with a big crystal in it, and we could build the crystal, then giving off some power in the middle of like quad of the Wizards Academy, and I think that could be a really neat little ad for this. Can I get up there? I feel like this is a jump I should be able to make. Either way, I'll just get rid of it, then we're good. Okay, so we're trying to get a bit of shape into this now, by the way, for people who are wondering what the heck is this guy doing. I know the colors might not be on point. We're just trying to get a cool shape, and then we'll work it out. So basically, the thought behind this is we've had this cove, which was once or bay. Sorry, we've had this which was once operated by the empire that is nearby here. The pirates have taken it over, and slowly but surely, as it's decaying, they're building their own stuff intertwined with these. It's kind of like what could I compare it like? Almost like a pirate style of Mad Max. If you guys have seen that movie, I know not everyone may have seen it, but it's basically like using scrap to build with, I'm thinking. And that's what the idea of why this boat is washed up with. The boat's washed up. They've used it as a part to stay in here, something along those lines. Also, by the way, the interior of this may not necessarily be buildable, but we'll try our best to make it large enough to be built in. But I've come to the realization that I so often leave interiors, space for interiors to build, and then we just never end up doing them. So I'll do as many interiors as possible, but in all fairness, the outside of the builds are the best looking parts of the build. So I'd be silly to not focus on them. So I think that's the thing. And I know it's going to be suggested that, well, maybe you can make the interiors the best parts of the builds, and that is true. In fact, we're gonna have to do this upside down. Yeah. We will, because else it's going to connect those and it's going to look kind of funny. That is true. However, I don't have as much fun with the interiors as I do with the exteriors. It's just my thing. I just, for some reason, and I'm not. I know I'm definitely not alone with that. In fact, here's a question. All right, so you guys answered the wizard tower question, which is a very important question, and it's not a wizard tower either, which is very important that I'm getting it wrong. But another question is, what is your favorite part of the game? Interiors, exteriors, maybe not even building. That's an interesting one. I've never considered what the majority of people who watch these videos have as their favorite thing. And I don't know. I'd say mine definitely is building, but in all, like, overall, I don't know. There's a few other things that are very enjoyable from this game that may very well beat me in building, depending on the day. So they could go anyway. Oh, there we go. That's the mistake that I'm making. No, this needs to be upside down, just because it'll work at that stage. There, and there. No. Yes, cool. So let's just have a look at that. Yeah, that shape's cool. So we'll have a little mini tower over here. We'll have a large box coming out here, which could be where we can get this interior from. So it'll be a little hut almost at the back there. Of course, the sun's going down. Why wouldn't it? I mean, it does do that all the time, but it just seems like I've just slept just before we started this. Also, here is a suggestion that came around for this village, and I would like to address it because I think a lot of people have got this on their mind. And you'll see when we walk outside where we were just then, that there's a lot of flat land, and flat land isn't very good for making an interesting looking area. And I completely agree with that. And my thought is, with this land, my plan is to go ahead and we will make some interesting builds that are going to break it up. We're going to build some part of it higher, some part lower. I've got a little interesting idea for this area here. We'll probably put a larger piece of ground here. We'll probably make a little hole in the middle where there could be a sewer or something along those lines. We'll see how we go. It's really up to whatever we do. It's really just going to be pretty cool. Let's just get these walls in because I don't want to go to do the roofs without the walls set in acacia wood. So let's just go around. That's where I set up before. So we'll just keep it in line with that. So we go up to there. Yeah, that's good. Because else we are going to get into contact with this tree. So if we just do it there, we're good. Perfect. So if we get these walls sorted out, we can mess around with it. I know it seems pretty messy, but that's the style of this build that we're currently going for. It's just a very messy build. And it's almost that is, in fact, that's not almost, it certainly is the challenge that we're trying to set for ourselves, which is to go ahead, start building something like this and just see where it takes us with all different pieces that get added on over time. And I've actually thoroughly enjoyed the way this has turned out. So I'm very, very excited to see what this final product is. But basically, just piece the tower to the next piece, the boat to the next piece, the house on top of it. I think that's going to work so well. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get these walls in. I might just do a little bit of the roof. Perhaps just that roof. We'll do this roof together. I'll just do that roof. That's probably going to be a very simple pointy roof. This one here will be a bit of a circle and go up there. And then, of course, we can start decorating this place and having it look good. But the color choice might be a bit edgy, but it's going to add a lot of color. In fact, before we do go, let's just go and check this color out here. And I keep forgetting my boats. We just lost a boat, and we also lost our villages from the last episode. There was a nighttime that didn't cross my mind, and we've lost our 2 villages. So it looks like we're actually going to have to do the villager reintroduction program at some stage, but that's not a big deal. Colors on point. I like that. Very, very cool. The distance, I think it's just going to start looking way better. We'll just go back here and zombie Jansey. Yeah, that's looking so, so good. So the thought here will be we just have to go ahead and add more color into this place because that's sort of colorful, but a little bit dull. That goes a bit more colorful. We'll add some more banners in. In fact, the banners don't even render in there, but banners and some other colors there, and it's going to look fantastic when we start getting this on. It's actually turning out very, very well so far. There we are. They appear to be mostly in. We just got to do a little bit of this roof, which I kind of left for a little bit. And we're going to do this part here, which I kind of jumped the gun on. Now, I do realize just then, I was thinking about it just while I was building, because here is something which I guess if you don't necessarily make YouTube videos, or maybe there's in like other jobs and stuff, I guess you've got some weird sorts of things like this, which will be kind of similar. But basically, like, it's one of these things, you try and anticipate what kind of comments you're going to get in the video. Normally, you don't address it till afterwards. You're like, oh yeah, I can imagine someone thinking that. And then you see the comment, you're like, well, I saw that one coming. And I was just thinking about this one, about what kind of a thought people may have about this particular build, because generally they're about the build. Sometimes they just weird comments and they're funny, and you can't anticipate those. But they're always fun. But what I was going to say is the one that I do think about coming up with this one is the fact that I've used such strange blocks compared to this tower, and they really don't match. And I can see it. I can see it. Quit typing that. You can stop typing. I'm going to address that question. And that is that yes, they do, and they definitely don't match. And that is the cool thing about it. Is the whole point of this build is for things not to necessarily match. We try to make it seem like these people are piecing together bits and pieces around the place, and I think it's very, very important. And I hope that maybe people understand why, unless I've just done a terrible job of explaining it, in which case that's my fault, so I'm sorry. But that's just a comment I anticipate to see, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who may be wondering and thinking it looks absolutely hideous, but it's part of the beauty of it. I think, I hope, and then that's what we're gonna maintain. Just if not, we'll just pretend it. All right. So let's just get this roof in. This is going to be one similar to the one just above us. I think this actually, in terms of what I've done, may very well just be the one above us, which is fine. Do I have those? I do. And oh, wait. Can I please have one of these? I don't. We can steal one from there, but that would be... you know what? We could do that. This is meant to be broken, and that seems about right. We could be a little bit lazy, do that, and we could even go one more up. That's fine. So let's just check this roof out. It should be a pretty decent roof. It actually went really quick. Surprisingly, I thought, well, we're gonna struggle with this roof. Yeah, that's whoa. As I said, yeah, that one made the noise. That's all right. I also need to change these. So let's try and get these looking interesting. We'll do something like that. Just to bring these colors in with a bit of the builds around here, and also to make it a little bit more interesting, we'll do something like that. And I don't like that, so we'll put some of these in here. All right, a little bit ugly, we'll do something there. Yeah, that's fine. It's not gonna look insane. It's not gonna look crazy like that. It's very weird building something that's meant to almost look ugly in a weird way, because it's surprisingly hard when you try not to do it, but it's surprisingly easy when you try and build something that actually looks good and it just keeps looking ugly. So it's one of those things where you just can't quite get it right. I'll change those later. That'll be a pain in the butt to change. So let's just check that out. Color-wise, yeah, that's all right. I think that's fine. The thing with this is now this roof is going to come in. It kind of needs a little bit more attention, but we can do that. We can probably put stuff around it to give it a bit more attention. We'll just pop this one in around here. Let's get up on top around there and fix up my mistake again. And then we'll just pop these in here. And I think this will be where we could tell whether or not we got it right. So can we please replace all of these? And this is intentionally a boring part of the roof. So let's just do that there, and we need to go in a little bit more, maybe just one more over, which apparently I've planned out on that one right over there. Yes. Okay, good. So you see, this is how you could easily make an ugly build look like a good build. Or maybe the other way around. So just try build good things and you may hopefully land up with something ugly like this. Try build ugly things and it may start looking good apparently. So let's go check it out. Yeah. That was a second thought. Let's just grab that there, and you guys jump on around here. Yeah, that's fine. It's nothing complicated, but it looks good. The next thing that will make it look quite good, I think, will be perhaps doing something with these. And can we grab some stone? In fact, we've got cobblestone on us. We can use cobblestone slabs over here, like that. Just need a few of them. What we'll do is we'll put a little bit of a chimney coming out the side here. So perhaps we'll go up on this side. We'll start adding a few little details to it. And this is where it really should start pulling out very, very well. So we'll do something over here. And maybe a little bit over to this side. And a little bit more. And then we'll switch over to these. What are they? Cobblestone walls. So one there, and we'll have to do it up this way. There. Okay, we'll see this one here. What it may need is just a little bit of stairs getting in it, just to make it look a bit more real. The tree's kind of getting in the way. That's fine. We'll fix that up. But the idea is there. That's the thought of it. Another thing which could look quite cool is maybe a flag on one of these could look really cool, or a banner. Maybe the banner of this village. Let's just take a quick stroll back here. Yeah, definitely needs something. It's a bit plain. Maybe we can break the roof. Maybe there could be a hole in the roof, as if it's broken in. That could be another thought. Yeah, okay. Tell me what you guys think. If you've got any other ideas to add into this, we're down for it. I'm gonna go break some stuff. There we go. We got it in, and it's looking very, very good. We're gonna go do a little bit of the interior now. I'm just close the door. Let's get a good feel for that. Definitely looking very good. Very simple stuff. It'll be good when we finish off this. We'll go walk off the edge there and have a look at it. But before we go any further, there is one thing that we spoke about quite a few episodes ago, and I've just never done it, which was putting in some windows here to make this place look a little bit interesting. And of course, one thing which we have spoken about is maybe just learning to jump properly, Jansey. That might help you. So there we go. We'll just put in 2 little windows on the sides here to make this place look so much more interesting. And we've actually done one of these already, so it's really not going to be a big deal. And then another thing which we have to do here, we've just got so much work in this world, it's ridiculous. Another thing which we have to do is still go in and fix up the storage room that we've got right here, because it's not looking too hot right now. It needs a little bit of love. So we'll come to it back in like a few episodes. We'll go fix it up. I can't leave it much longer. It's gonna bug the heck out of me. So let's go check that out there. Jump up here, and perfect. Looks very, very good. And then we'll just do we'll do that other one later. How about that? I know I'm putting him off, but it's too far away. The sun's going down, and it just doesn't make sense to right now. It's quick and easy. Super, super simple. So let's just step back, see what this is looking like. Yeah, that's so much better. And the other thing is, once we put the ground level up to here around this area, these birds are scaring me. Just over there, that's going to break that area up. So we might not even have to do too much to the walls at all. Nah, we good. We're pretty good with that. Let's just quickly hop on into bed around there, and we'll wait a few seconds. By the way, I think this place is looking pretty darn good in the day, in the night. The day as well, but the nighttime right there. Very, very neat. Hopefully, fingers crossed that tiger biome update can do something amazing with those campfires that'll change all that so we can actually play around here at night. Yeah, that's looking good. Very, very nice. All right, now let's hop on in here. And this is the cool thing about this is we actually get to destroy what we've just built. All of our hard work goes down the drain, and it's actually really, really good. So we get to remove things that we've put down before. We get to just mess around with the build, and it's so different. How often do you build something and with the intention of just tearing it down because you're going to build something better next time? Not very often. I think that's really cool. So that's what we're getting up to here now. We're just going to tear all this stuff down. In fact, what I was thinking of doing was some of this. So if we could just put these in here, but it looks like that's not going to work. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of those. Oh, wait, that wasn't even necessary in the first place. That's lucky. We're just going to put this floor in here like this. Okay, yep. And then we can get rid of these. And what will happen is we'll have an area where we can just step on up. We can put in some tables and stuff here. So we actually will have some space to do some cool stuff. Not right now, but we can do stuff. That's the important part about it. We've left enough room for activities around here. And it doesn't have to be crazy. It just has to be something. And then we will be happy. So maybe one of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. Yeah, not at all. But it gets the message across, so we can add them in later. And what did I just break there? I'll assume it was a stair block. Just in there. Cool. So we'll just do this. No, shift there and around here. Yeah, that's gonna work fantastically. So check it out around this way. When we eventually get to the back, we'll do it. But the colors and stuff, I think they work. I think they work in the way that they're meant to. That is, so that's gonna work out pretty darn good. But I think for the rest of it, I'll add the rest of that in. Let's just hop on out here, and I want to have a look at this from a distance. So distance 1, very very cool. I don't know, there's something that it needs. Perhaps just adding in the pieces around it, the piece down there, around here. It'll start bringing it together. I think it's working very, very good. That will be us for today, though, guys, because I'm pretty happy with the way we've got this build. Let me know anything you think about this that can be improved. Obviously, the whole point of it is just to make it look stupid and ugly in some weird way, and I'm down with that. So thank you very much for joining me today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you very, very soon.